Oh yeah, hello, welcome back to another video. So today we're gonna be doing I probably just want to upload yesterday. I went to go see the new Spider-Man movie last night. I believe it's called No Way Home. I believe it's called No Way Home. I'm sorry. The Spider-Man Home trilogy. The names can kind of confuse me. So now I went into this. I went with a friend last night. So I went into this not seeing Homecoming or Far From Home, I believe that's what it's called. I believe it's Far From Home. I want to go see No Way Home. Let me go take a look at this. Let's go take a look at this. Spider-Man. Well, okay, Far From Home. Okay, Far From Home. It's Homecoming, Far From Home, Far From Home, and then No Way Home. I went to this without seeing Homecoming and Far From Home. Basically, was so the movie starts out with, I guess, just towards the end of Far From Home. With Mysterio basically revealing Spider-Man's full name with Peter Parker. Um, so basically, people like split against him. Some people still like him, other people still hate him. Now, so you guys know this is gonna be a bit of a spoiler review, so I do apologize. It's gonna be a bit of a spoiler review. It's still on theory, so I do recommend it, but I'm gonna give you just my opinion of it. So it wasn't a bad movie actually. So and then most of the time, because he spent trying to Spider-Man's for basically trying to get help, and he goes over to Doctor Strange, who's in this movie. He goes to Doctor Strange. Uh, he basically goes over to him. He asks him for a spell, which can make people forget about Spider-Man. And then Doctor Strange's like, "Okay, kid, fine." But and then Tom Holland, he was like, "Oh, but can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this?" And it causes Doctor Strange to mess with the spell. And then, since it causes Doctor Strange to mess with the spell, and then basically what it does, it causes the other Spider-Man members from the Raimi films and the Andrew Garfield movies. So, and I'll be honest, a lot of the actors look like they would have a really good time, especially the villains. A lot of the villains, none of them changed at all. Honestly, none of them really changed at all. He first meets Doc Ock, which is played by I forget who played. Let's go to the trusty internet. Spider-Man 2. So it's Alfred Molina. I believe that's how you say his name. He's back in this. He really didn't change that much. And then William Dafoe's in this as well. Then Thomas Hayden Church is played by Sandman, which I think was great casting. Um, and then Jamie Foxx comes back as Electro, and then and then I think who played Kirk Connors, who the actor that played him, he comes back as the Lizard. So anyway, on a bridge. So basically, Tom Holland Spider Man meets Doc Ock. They go fight on a bridge while he's trying to save people. And then he kind of confuses. He thinks he's Doc Ock thinks he's it's like it confused him for his universe Spider-Man. Basically, it kind of feels like a felt like a live action Spider Verse. Basically, all these characters came in from different universes. Um, and then it's like towards the end of towards the fight, Doc Ock like gave got part of his collected part of his suit and it transformed to his arms, but Parker, Tom Holland was able to control the arm, so he was basically captured, and then it was like a few seconds later, Green Goblin William Dafoe came in. He came back for literally not a joke, like a few seconds, no joke. He came back for a few seconds. It wasn't very long. He just came in, flew in, and then they just cut to the next scene. And then so basically they did the whole first time movie, which is when Green Goblin was talking to the helmet, trying to trying to get rid of the goblin. So he smashes the helmet, and then goes over to Aunt May and tries to talk to her, and then tries to. So basically, what happens? Um, all the villains together. I'll be honest, Electro, played by Jamie Foxx again, looks so much fucking better than what he did in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. If you guys haven't seen Amazing Spider-Man 2, that movie is just not great. It's regarded the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is pretty much regarded as the worst Spider-Man movie. And it's understandable. Way too many villains, too many fucking plot points, so much story they try to cram in. But I want to focus on this one. What's really good is it really did feel like an Avengers, where all the characters they basically had their own movies to give their own backstories. And the villains and the heroes they worked really well with each other, especially like combining the old cast and new cast. They worked really well with each other, honestly. So basically, Tom Holland Spider Man, he's spending time trying to give the Roberto. He wants to send them back to their own universes, but before he did that, he realized that if he was gonna send them back, they would be dead because they were all killed, and so he tries to help them. He does help a few of them, but then he helps Doc Ock. He helps him out. Basically, he replaces like the little magnetic thing that goes in the back of his head. He replaces that. Then he goes to replace Electro to play Jamie Foxx, and then Green Goblin came in and basically fucked that shit up, honestly. And this is where the spoiler does come in. He kills Aunt May. So yeah, Aunt May does die. She does a little call, right? Great with great power comes great responsibility. I was like, oh, I was literally in the theater. I was like, she said the thing. So for a little bit, it felt like it was just like a callback. It felt like a callback. It felt like it was blinded by nostalgia. I was like, okay, this movie isn't terrible, but it's not great. So, excuse me. So it's okay. But like for J.K. Simmons comes back as J. Jonah Jameson, and for some reason, I'm not joking about this. I'm not fucking joking about this when I say J. Jonah Jameson, played by J.K. Simmons, has a Hitler stash. I'm not joking about that either. They gave him a Hitler stash. I saw the scene of J. Jonah Jameson. Is like, why did they give him a Hitler stash? Like, I'm not even joking. I swear to God, I'm not joking about it. He has a Hitler stash. But the J. Jonah Jameson does. Oh, it's just fantastic. J.K. Simmons comes back. It's fantastic. It's J. Jonah Jameson. I feel like J.K. Simmons was really good as a J. Jonah Jameson. So they meet up with so Doctor Strange. He goes at Peter. There's like a little box with like a button that kind of like puts them all back to their own universe. But unfortunately, he does kill them. So there's a little chase. CGI looks pretty good. Some of the effects were pretty good as well. So they go on a little chase. He tries to get the box back, and then it doesn't work. So Peter gets the box and he goes over. He takes it to MJ. Uh, takes over to MJ. So and then she's over with Ned trying to and then guarding the box. And then they wait for his signal to press the button and reset everything. Then that's when Ned he gets Doctor Strange's ring. He can open portals, but he doesn't know how to because the portals close by themselves. So he doesn't know how to. He opens a portal to try to get Peter back, but it's Andrew Garfield. A lot of people were super hyped seeing that shit. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And they talk, this funny joke. The grandmother tries to convince them that they're Spider-Man. So she goes up to him and it's like asking if they can get the cobweb off the ceiling. It's super funny. And then they go put on the portal trying to get their Peter back, but it goes to no, Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire. I'll be honest, Tobey Maguire did not change at all. None of the villains, nobody has really changed that much. But what it was disappointing about that, you can tell it was Tom Hagen Church playing Sam, but my main problem, he was that he was mostly covered in sand most of the time. It wasn't until like afterwards he wasn't in the sand anymore. He was uncovered from the sand. I was like, come on, I want to see Tom Hagen Church's face like we did in the 3. Venom's not in here, but we'll get to that a little bit later. And then some stuff happens. They meet him basically. Then climax happens, and then basically what happens is there was some callbacks. Great Falcon's great responsibility. They talk about how they lost to Spider-Man Andrew Luck and Tobey Maguire, how they lost Uncle Ben, so they help him out, and then they work as a team to try to. They don't try to kill him. They don't try to kill the villains. They try to set them back, but make sure they don't die. So they make kind of like they make like an antidote to help them to send them back to their regular forms, and then they send them back alive. But Doctor Strange won, but it was like causing like the thing to mess up. So Doctor Strange wanted it done as quickly as possible. So I'll be honest, some of the effects are actually really good. Some of the effects are much better than what they were in some of the original movies. I mean, then again, it was a while ago, so some of the effects were a bit better. Um, then they have a fight in the section near the Statue of Liberty. Basically, all the Spider-Man face off against the villains. I'll be honest. Kirk Connors. Actually, let me see who plays him. Let's see. Amazing Spider-Man. Here we go. Who plays him? Kirk Connors is played by. Let's take a look. Okay. Yes, I fans. I don't know how to say his name. I do apologize. I'm on Google over here. Um, the lizard, basically, I'm not even joking about this. The lizard does nothing. He is literally just in the movie. He's just there. It's like very little stuff he does. He'll chase like a MJ and Ned around, so he's trying to like because Ned keeps opening portals up but doesn't want to close them. And then so he's chasing it, but he does very little actually. He does very little. So it's not much he really does. Uh like I said, so Electro does he looks so much fucking better than what he did in Amazing Spider-Man 2. The movie wasn't terrible. Movie was actually pretty good. Like yeah, I know people will be like, "Whoa, you got a bunch of nitpicks." I mean, I can have nitpicks about the movie, but also say that it's actually pretty good. Yeah, the worst definitely some problems. Like it felt heavily based like on like a nostalgia. It was like focused on nostalgia basically, and then but the movie wasn't bad. The movie was actually pretty good. I kind of enjoyed the movie, and I would recommend watching it. So. I would give this. I want to say it's the best one. I want to say it's the best Spider-Man movie out there. I say that title still goes to Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse is a fantastic movie. I remember watching it a few years ago. Into the Spider-Verse is a fantastic movie. This one, Spider-Man No Way Home, I would give this about like an 8 out of 10. I thought it was actually pretty good. I thought it was really good actually. So I would give this an 8 out of 10. And honestly, I would recommend watching. I would recommend going to your theater and watching it. You know, go to like a if you guys have HBO Max or whatever. I would recommend going watching it. If you're a superhero fan, anyway, I'm sure. I know most of you guys really aren't superhero fans, honestly. But you know, if you guys want to, it's up to you. You know, feel free to go watch. It's actually pretty good. So anyway, that's actually the end of this video. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy this, and let me know what you guys thoughts about the movie down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys thought about the movie, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.